What's up, everybody? It's Chris from the Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem but focus on the solution. And today is very exciting because I am bringing back my series, Losing Weight Mindfully. So stay tuned. All right, so as you saw in the title, it says Vegetarian Vlog 1, and you're like, what? So I'll dive into that in a second. Let me just give you a quick recap of what this whole series is about, losing weight mindfully. So I will put a link in the description right over here. Yeah, it'll pop up right there for my first video where I did this earlier this year. So mindfulness is something that I talk about all the time, and once I learned what mindfulness was and I started implementing it in my life, I realized that mindfulness can literally help you with anything. Like, it sounds too good to be true. It sounds like this weird snake oil type thing, but it's very true. There's a whole book, and I'll put a link in the description, by Dr. Judson Brewer. I'll also put another link up here for an interview I did with Dr. Judson Brewer. And using his program called Eat Right Now, I ended up losing 30 pounds. So, just to let you know, I started off at about 400 pounds. I know I gained a lot of weight in my addiction. I'll do a whole video about that sometime. But I dropped down to 370. Now, I had some issues. One of them was a shoulder injury. And one of the habit loops that I get into, you'll find out more about habit loops, but one of the habit loops I get into is, once I fall off of one thing, then I fall off of a lot of other things. So I hurt my shoulder. I was unable to go to the gym. And when I stopped going to the gym, I got a case of the screw-its, and I started eating unhealthy again. And then I just picked up all of my old bad habits. So earlier this month, I actually weighed myself again, and I put 15 pounds back on. I haven't talked about this on my channel because I haven't been doing these videos, but now I'm bringing it back. And partially, and I'll talk about it more, is for accountability. Y'all are gonna help me lose this weight. So, just so you know, this last month I've been going back to the gym, and I'm actually pretty surprised at how often I've been going back. Usually I would go like a few times a week, but I've been hitting it at least 6 to 7 times a week over the past month. And good news is I'm already back down 10 pounds. A lot of it has to do with what I learned from the Eat Right Now program, using mindfulness to change different habits, to check in with myself when I'm full, and all this other stuff. But I'll spare you that. I'll do a whole nother video about that. This one, we're talking about the vegetarianism. So here's the problem with all of us, just so many of us. Our cognitive mind, our thinking mind, we know things are bad, but we do them anyways. That is one of the biggest reasons why addicts are in such a crazy space. Like, nobody picks up heroin and thinks, heroin's probably a good idea. Nobody does that. People know it's bad, but they do it anyways. Now, we're all addicts in some form or another. We all do things that we know are unhealthy, but we just do them anyways. Another example that I'm ashamed to say, and it's also next on my list, are these things right here. I am a smoker, and that's something like, I know it's bad. Like, my doctors, like, I have really cool doctors now, like, they mention it, but they don't like try to beat it into me. Like, they know that I know smoking's bad. But anyways, now this whole vegetarian thing. My best friend in the world, she is vegetarian, vegan, I guess. Like, yeah, I think she's vegan now. A lot of it is for health reasons. She's lost a ton of weight too. But then also, my girlfriend is a vegetarian. And they talk to me about it and stuff like that. And going back to my cognitive thinking, like, I know being a vegetarian is the right thing to do. I know it in my brain. I know these things, but I love meat. I love meat. I love steak. I love chicken. I love chicken. I love hamburgers. I love all this stuff, right? But, you know, I wanted to make a commitment and even an experiment. Like, so just to make it clear, I'm doing this more along the lines of health reasons, rather than moral reasons, and that might sound terrible to some of you, but for me, that's just where I'm at. But there's also moral reasons for it too. But just they're very minor. More of them health, a little bit moral. And I wanted to try it just because I'm on this weight loss journey again and I want to start losing weight. One of the things that kicks me out of the whole healthy path is when I hit those plateaus. And I really want to try to avoid them. And I've been doing a lot of reading and research and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. So what I'm doing is I am committing. I'm committing. So you and me, okay? I'm making a deal with you. If you're watching this video, we got a deal. I'm making a deal that I am going vegetarian for the entire month of September. So throughout this month, I am going to be doing just random vlogs. I don't know how many. I'm gonna be trying to do more videos just about losing weight mindfully. I wanna talk to you about the obstacles and the hurdles that I have to overcome just in weight loss. Just everything from bad eating habits to being lazy to not wanting to go work out. I got my little Fitbit. This thing is very helpful as far as accountability. But I will dive more into other videos about how mindfulness really helps with this. Now, going back to the whole vegetarian thing. So, one of the things about mental health, and just to let you know, a little quick side topic, is I was debating on whether or not to keep this on my channel or make a different channel, but a lot of people gave me feedback and they're like, well, changing habits and taking better care of yourself physically also improves your mental health. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it all on the same channel. I also will do more depression hacks videos because there's a lot of stuff about how health and well-being actually stimulates different neurotransmitters in your brain. But when it comes to mindfulness and it comes to just the way I live my life today as a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, a big part of it is being compassionate, actually caring about other beings in this world. And for the last 5 years since I've been sober, that has been focused on human beings, okay? And I just finished reading a book called Savor, and it's by Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a big mindfulness teacher, and the man is amazing. I highly recommend, if you're thinking about losing weight and you want to try this thing out with me, get this book. It's called Savor. I'll put a link down below, but also use it in conjunction with Dr. Judson Brewer's book. But anyways, it was just talking about this compassion and how it affects animals and how it affects other humans. So like when I talk about how my brain knows that eating meat is bad for me, it goes into a whole bunch of different levels. Like I know what's going on with factory farming. Like my best friend always tells me to watch these movies. Part of it is I'm busy. Like I rarely ever watch movies anymore unless I'm at like a theater with my kid. I'm just so busy. I work, I make these videos. But anyways, one of the other reasons, like maybe on a subconscious level, like I don't watch these movies because like when we watch them and we see what's actually going down at these farms and these slaughterhouses, we're like, dang, I don't want to be a part of that. So I know one of those things is that, but I know it. I've read articles, I have friends who tell me about it. I know it. So I know these animals are being mistreated most of the time. But not only that, if I'm talking about compassion towards the rest of the world, by giving money to the industries that are supplying meat from these factory farms and the way these farms do things, they're also contributing to the global warming problem that we're having that I'm also against. So it's funny because right now I'm finishing up the book, Savor, and it's talking about how each one of us are actually connected in this world, and you start to see that. And as I become more mindful, I'm really seeing that my small impact has a larger impact on the world, not just with other living beings, but other living human beings. So I'm contributing to a problem with global warming, and I have an issue with global warming. So that's one of the reasons. But, you know, aside from animals being mistreated, I started watching this movie Forks Over Knives that I still need to finish, and maybe I'll do a video recap of it. But just in the first 30 minutes, like, and the science they have behind it, I'm like, oh my God, like, why are we doing this to ourselves? You know, but I do want to make very clear, like, I'm the type of guy who has to take baby steps, so I am not going full on vegan, okay? So eggs, cheese, I don't really drink that much milk. I don't even really eat that much cheese, just for health reasons. But I do, you know, on the weekends when I have time to cook breakfast, like, I make eggs. Sorry. I'm trying to get organic eggs though, if that helps. But anyways, so I'm going to try this out for a month. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm committing to a month because I don't know if I'm ready to make it a whole lifestyle change. But even still, like, one of the reasons I got sold on this idea of just trying it for a month is because, like I said, my girlfriend is vegetarian. My girlfriend also doesn't cook. So when I cook for her when she comes over, I always cook vegetarian. And I'm like, this is fine without meat, you know? So it's not going to be too hard, I don't think, but I will be doing follow-up videos because a lot of this is going to have to do with mindfulness and just paying attention, and almost in the same way as I have to pay attention to my own addiction recovery. And what I mean by that is I go to concerts, I go to bars sometimes, I've been to company parties where alcohol is around. Some of these concerts, drugs are around. I have to be very mindful of my surroundings to make sure that I don't mindlessly pick up a drink or a drug. So mindfulness is going to play a big role in this next month of being vegetarian because I go into autopilot, especially because I'm busy, and usually that means I will just swing by a drive-thru, or even if I go to the grocery store, I will just pick things up that, you know, are maybe unhealthy, but now I have to look at it as, you know, does it have meat in it, you know? And today I was doing a little scouting work and just looking at different salads. All of these salads that I'm looking at, they all have meat in them, you know, for protein. So I'm gonna have to just pay attention to that, and I do already have a base plan because I've learned about amino acids and proteins and stuff, so I'm gonna make sure I don't kill myself doing this thing. But if you're vegetarian or you have any tips about being vegetarian, feel free to leave them in the comments, because even though my best friend and girlfriend are meatless and they can help me along the way, I'm always willing to learn more. So I'm going to be doing this every now and then. I'll just check in with you about any struggles or challenges or even successes I have with being vegetarian, but I will try to incorporate at least one video a week just about my weight loss journey and how I'm using mindfulness as a method to do it, because when you use mindfulness as a way to lose weight, it is foolproof. Because one of the reasons that I haven't liked weight loss and diet plans in the past is because everybody has their own opinion about it. Everybody says, do this, don't do this, this is right, this is wrong, da-da-da-da-da. But when you're using mindfulness, you're really just learning how to eat less, eat healthier, just being more conscientious with every eating decision that you make. And one of those is just, am I hungry or am I angry right now? Am I hungry or am I stressed? Am I hungry or do I just want more of that taste? And those are things that a lot of us don't pay attention to. So I will be doing videos like that. I will try to do them once a week, because even though this is a mental health channel, I know a lot of you out there would like to learn how to lose weight, and hopefully I can be an example of that, like I try to be an example with my mental health. So I'm trying to do the whole mind, body, spirit thing. I want to be an example to people that not only can you improve your mind and your spirit, but you can also improve your health. I will do another video very soon about how my addiction led to this. So one thing that I will show you is this picture right here. Just to let you know, this picture was taken right before my addiction took off. So this whole thing has resulted in a couple 100 pounds, just to let you know. But I'll dive into that a little bit more in depth. So you're gonna have to stay tuned. So it gives you an excuse to subscribe to my channel so you can see all these things that I talk about gaining weight, how I'm doing with losing weight, and all that stuff. But I'm also going to focus on how this helps our mental health. So if you like this video, if you like this series, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that I should do more videos like this. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, because I'm always making content for you to improve your mental health, whether it's anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, PTSD, whatever it is. But I also do addiction recovery stuff. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.